Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's BTAS episode is Zatanna, which I will say, so for this one, it's a version of Zatanna that does not have any powers whatsoever. She's just a magician, um, with no magic. Goodness. So it's very weird because I've seen her in so many other iterations. Being Zatanna and like doing actual magic and whatnot. And this one, it's just weird for her to be just a human being, like a normal human being, no powers or whatnot. But for this story, it definitely works. So it starts off Zatanna. She's like part of this. Well, not part of it. She is like this traveling, not necessarily a circus or sideshow, but she just goes all over the world and does her show. Um, so Batman and Alfred they take part in what they want to see the show, and Batman he's like reminiscing, and it cuts back to back in the day. Zatanna's father, was Bruce Wayne's teacher during the time like when he was just researching things and like when he wanted to be a ninja and all that stuff. Well, not wanted to be a ninja, like trained under to be a samurai and all that stuff to hone his skills to become Batman. So he really wanted to learn how to escape Death Trap. So that was the main focus why he decided to join the circus. So he got pretty much his fill and was leaving. And Zatanna, she was like super duper smitten with him, which holy airball, Bruce, young Zatanna, god damn. And then current Zatanna, oh my word, the years were good to her. Bruce, dude, like forget Catwoman, forget Talia, forget what's her face from Mask of the Phantasm. Like Zatanna was where it was at. God damn. I sorry, I'm just reminded of my days back in the 1960s Batman, but the animators they did her justice. God almighty. Oh, excuse me. I do believe I have the vapors. But anyway, so she's like very smitten with Bruce, and but Bruce is all work and no play kind of guy, and he just kind of like leaves her hanging. So years later, she's now doing her act. Her father's unfortunately passed, so it's just her, and so she's doing this act, and she's doing it behind the Gotham City Mint, and she brings two fellows on stage. It's like the bank manager and some like famous music debunker, not music, magic debunker. He like is a guy that always pokes the holes and oh, there was a string here, oh, there was a missing slot here, like stuff like that. So she brings those two on stage, and she she's in front of the Gotham City Mint with like $10 million just like left out, and she makes like the whole building disappear, and then she brings it back, but the money's gone this time. And I'm thinking, guys, do not leave $10 million just out. Like any criminal in Gotham would be like, ooh, licks lips menacingly. Like I just why are we using this for a magic trick? You could have just done like people or something. Like I don't know. The fact that you allowed a magician to use $10 million as part of her stunt, that's just stupid. So naturally, everybody blames Zatanna for stealing the money. So they arrest her, but Batman or Bruce is like, "All right, this is bullcrap. I know she's a good person, so I'm gonna take care of this." Which is so funny because Batman, it's been like 15 years. What if she like changed a leaf or something? That it's once again to the thing. If you are a girl, you get the biggest fucking leeway with Batman. But if you're a man, he will lay the hammer of justice on your ass. Um, so he breaks her out of a van. So now he's aiding and abetting a fugitive. So they both go back to the crime scene. Super stupid, by the way. You could have just left her in the Batmobile, Batman, but they both go, and Batman, he sees like some scuff on the flooring, and he notices that there's a hidden mirror in there. So he theorizes that the money could have been stolen even before like the act. So she theorizes, oh, only like other magicians or people who know the tricks of the trade would know that trick. So their minds immediately go to the one individual who always pokes holes in magic. So they go to his house, but it turns out to be a trap. So because he got them in a trap door, so it's like spikes coming in from the walls, which then Batman he takes from his utility belt some acid that like can eat through steel. I'm like, damn, Batman. Like why do you need that on you? But I mean in this scenario he did. So he melts like two little spikes off of the wall. He takes one spike and jams it into one of the walls, which really smart move. And then they're climbing on the way out, which I don't know why he didn't do the other wall as well. I mean, he had time to melt three. So he takes one spike, he's climbing up the wall, he uses the other spike to break out, and they do get out. It is kind of fun. The whole thing is like under a minute, so you're just like, wow, what a mild inconvenience. So then Batman deduces that he's probably off flying away because you see pictures on the wall of like him and his aircraft, him in like a little pilot's cap, stuff like that. So they use the Batwing to track him, and this jet is fucking massive. I mean, it is so big you can fit an entire ballroom in it. Like the engines are huge. Like I'm trying to think of like a good metaphor to it, but I mean, it looks like a bomber the size of a blimp. This thing is massive, and I'm like, dude, your job is to point out like the point out the magic in tricks. Like, how can you afford that? I don't know, and I know for a fact he didn't use it with the money he just stole, but there's no explanation to how he got that damn thing, and I just think it is so ludicrous. I mean, that's something I would think Bruce would barely be able to afford. So they get there, a fight ensues, and it doesn't really go to plan because Zatanna gets herself trapped because he's like holding her at knife point. They throw them off the plane, but Batman and Zatanna escape because they're escape artists. Also, Batman on the way down, he like uses his foot to get some rope to tie himself around, so that way when they're loose, they have something to hang on to. So then Batman, I don't know, he uses the chain that he was wrapped in, and uses like a fucking lasso, like 20 feet away, probably more, to pull down the one guy, the magic ruiner guy. He pulls him down, and then he lands on like another lower part of like the net roping. And I'm just like, God damn, Batman, you could have killed that man. So they go off on their own. He's brought back by his thugs, and then they're going to the cockpit. So Zatanna and Batman, they're on the outside of the plane, and he's trying to like drive up and drive down and get them all over the place. But Batman, I don't know how the fuck he's doing this. He is like forcing the plane, like he's lifting like the flaps up for turning and whatnot. And I'm like, Batman, how the fuck strong are you? You should not be able to do that all willy nilly. And the thing is, like, from here, you can't really see where my hands are, to here, and then times that by 3. That's how big like just the flaps are to it. I mean, there's no way you can do that. Like I can't imagine you'd be able to freely do that. I don't know. So Batman, he gets like 2 of the thugs to come out because he keeps messing up the plane. So the guy's like, screw this, go get him. And he knocks both of them out of the plane, and they hit water, but they're like thousands of feet up. And I'm like, Batman, once again, you killed people. I don't care what the animators say, you killed people. So Zatanna, it's really dumb. He's like driving the plane, and then Zatanna does the stupid move where you like knock on somebody's shoulder and then punch him in the face. And I'm like, just punch him in the back of the head really hard and go bananas, you know? I'm so sick of like people being like, over here, or ding 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 boom. Like, quit giving people a heads up. Just fucking ambush them, you know? So, oh, also during all this, Batman in his youth, he used to call Zatanna Zara or Xana. He used to call her Xana, which he hated, and he was the only person that ever did that, which is really weird because Bruce strikes me as the kind of guy, if you don't like a name, he wouldn't call you that name. But during the time when they're like tied up, he like says, "Trust me, Xana," which is like his cue of saying, "Hey, I'm Bruce Wayne." So he admits to her his secret identity. Um, so they're like saying their goodbyes and whatnot, and then Zatanna, she pulls the Batman on him where he like looks away and she like vanishes off, and she like leaves a note saying to for him to write to her, which it's so bittersweet because man, dude, fucking L, Batman, you could have had it all. Like you were already loaded, and then you had Zatanna, that baddie, going after you. Fucking L, Batman, L. But rating wise, a fine episode. Just really weird how Zatanna doesn't actually use magic, but in this scenario, it does work because in the Batman animated universe, he is kind of more grounded. So not many like, because I know during the making of it, they didn't want to do aliens or ghost or it was something like that. Maybe time travel. Uh, I want to say, but yeah, still good. She was utilized very very well. Just mad at Batman for not hitting that. Come on, Batman. But yeah, back to the rating wise. Pretty solid episode. The the use of that giant ass hangar or not hangar. Just the big flying building. It's pretty much what it is. Just a flying building. That was fun, impractical but fun. So yeah, I think I'd probably rate this a good 5 out of 7, just above average. So yeah, go.